Hello, trumpets. This is Mr. Santucci. Somebody asked me if I could make another video, this time of the Regal March for trumpet, but play the low notes. As you see on the Regal March, when you get near the end, right here it starts, there are two notes connected to the same stem. And in piano, that would mean that you're playing in harmony with two notes being played at the same time. On trumpet, of course, you can't play two notes at the same time. So this is what is called divisi. You divide up, and some people play the higher note and some people play the lower note. I'm having most of my students right now play the lower notes, and there's no video online right now that I know of a music teacher playing this Regal March who's playing the lower notes. There's a good video of a band teacher playing the higher notes, but I want to make one playing the lower notes. Before I start, let's take a look at it. I would recommend that you go and listen to a recording of this Regal March, and I'll post one. I'll post a link to it. There's a good recording of it that's nice and slow that you can listen to, and you can point along and make sure you know the format, the form of the piece. You start at the beginning, and then you play the top line, measure 7, measure 8, and then look at measure 9 and measure 10 are called the first ending. That's why it has this little bracket. Then these two little dots at the end of measure 10 mean repeat back to measure 3. And there's two dots here. Then you play measure 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. The second time, you skip measure 9 and 10. You skip the first ending. You skip to the second ending, as we've talked about in class. And you play measure 11 and 12. Then you keep going. But of course, here at measure 13, you're not going to play these little notes. These are the woodwinds part. I think they're clarinet notes or flute notes. So you're going to rest on measure 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, but get ready to play, because on measure 19, you have to start playing. And it's not, when you're listening to the song, it's not where you're expecting to start playing. It sounds like you should wait till here to play, but you actually come in here. Ba, 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 ba. And notice it says P underneath here. That means piano, which means soft. So you come in softly on this. Ba, 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 bum, bum. I got loud on this note because it says forte. And it has this little thing right here, this little arrow pointing to the right, which means an accent on that note. So you start the beginning of the notes a little bit louder when they have that accent mark. Here's another accent. It starts with accents as well, with a forte dynamic level. Remember though, even when you have a forte, which means play strong or loud, you have to listen for the flutes and clarinets and balance and blend with them. So don't forget to listen for the clarinets and the flutes. If you can't hear them at all, then you're playing too loud, even though it says to play forte. Another trouble spot is watch out for this, measure 24. You have the same melody here at measure 21 that you had up here at measure 3, but there's a different rhythm when you get to this measure. So at the beginning you have ba 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 da da ba ba ba. You have 3 counts on this dotted half note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you're used to holding this note long. But when you get to here, there's no long note. You have a 1 count quarter note, another 1 count quarter note, another 1 count quarter note, another 1 count quarter note. So the rhythm changes. Bum bum ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. So you have to notice that the rhythm is different here. I would go slowly and clap the rhythm first, and then try singing it and pointing to it, try listening to it, and then try playing it very slowly. And you don't have to go fast right now when you're practicing. Go slowly. Then when we try to play together, we'll try to put it together and go a little faster with the flutes and clarinets. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back, and I'm going to play it for you. And you can try also playing one section at a time. You can listen to me play one section and then pause the video. I'll sit down here so you can see me. Hello. Try playing one section and then pause the video, and then, play the next section on the video and then pause it, and then you try to play it on your trumpet. And I'm going to go pretty slow and try to get all the notes. I make mistakes too when I'm playing trumpet. I'm not a professional trumpet player. I didn't start out playing trumpet, right? So I'm just doing my best, and I want you to do your best as well. Maybe buzz on your mouthpiece first. test out your first note, or maybe play an open C first. Then try playing, the first note is F, first vowel F, right? So, we're going to start on that note. Da, 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 da. Okay, ready? 1, 2, and 3, 4. Measure 13. I messed up on the second ending. I didn't get up to that high B, and so I'm going to try that part again. Remember, you take the first ending, measure 9 and measure 10, then repeat back to measure 3. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to start over at the beginning, okay? Here goes, beginning. I'm going to practice the second ending first. You might want to practice the second ending, measure 11 and measure 12. I forgot, there's a slur between the high B flat and the A, and then you tongue on the G. So that's the second ending, measure 11 and 12. You might want to try that again. 1, 2, second ending, go. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning, and we'll try to play the whole thing. Let's see. Okay, ready, beginning. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, measure 14, 1, 2, 3, measure 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 2, 3, 4, 17, 2, 3, 4, 18, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I made it all the way through that time. Again, pause it, go back and listen to it again, go slower, practice each little section that's giving you trouble, and then try playing again the whole thing with me if you want. Okay, keep practicing. Good luck. We're going to have fun at the concert.